Hi, David Wallimann here. So I'm still learning how to use this 7-string Ibanez guitar, the S series that I reviewed previously. Got it at a good deal, so I decided to pick it up just for something new. As you know, I'm not really a 7-string heavy player, so that kind of transcribed into my style of writing. I decided to write a song to teach myself how to play. I don't know. It's different. Anyways, I'll let you hear the progress. Mostly riffs right now. I'm using Multimedia MODO bass for the bass. The drums are Toontrack Easy Drummer 2. And I'm using one of their metal packs, the Ibanez, straight into the Axe effects. I'm using two tracks. On the right side, it's Mesa Boogie type of amp, and on the other side it's an orange amp. And yeah, anyways, I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching this. Here it is. Whoa, we can make this a lot better. We're gonna do that right now. I was actually editing this video. I was gonna upload it as it is. Realized that these are just riffs. Let's actually arrange this into something a little more presentable. So, to the computer. I'll start by saying that I'm not sure where we're going. We're gonna do this together. I did start arranging a little bit, and the way that I did that is just listen to what we had, which was those two doubled guitars, the 7-string riff, some bass, and the drums. And the first thing I did was to add this theme here with some strings. Very simple theme that I actually hum as I was listening to the track. If we just listen to what we had, I had something like this. And then I started singing over it, and I had something like this come to mind. Not very majestic, but we're gonna make it majestic. I love epic stuff and more majestic things, so I recorded that with some strings, and I actually played that in an octave. So if we had a note here, or rather this one, I actually octaved that. Something like that. And now it sounds like this. And by the way, I'm using a Contact instrument. I reviewed this before. The plugin is called Orchestra Essentials by Project SAM, which is really good. You can check the review on my channel. But now this is what we have. It adds an epic dimension to the thing, a little bit. We're not done. But I think it sounds a little less cheesy than it did without, right? A little more grandiose. That's the word. So that's the theme that we have. Very simple, right? It just came by listening to what I recorded originally and then singing over it and then playing that with the instrument that I thought would fit this. And I octaved it just to add more space. The second thing that I did, and after that we'll just basically compose together. On the second part, on the next part, I decided to double the bass with a Taurus pedal. I'm a big fan of Taurus pedals. If you don't know what it is, you can Google it, but I have a great Taurus instrument, which is with Spectrasonics Omnisphere that I use a lot. And it sounds pretty much like this. So it's got that wow effect, and I doubled the bass part in the next section, which is right here. Bring it up here. I love using that when there's a slowdown in the song. It just fills in the space. That's all we have. That's it. So the rest is up to us. One of the ideas that I had is to add more layers of orchestral instruments on that, especially in that opening there and on that theme. So I created a new instrument here, and I've got a lot of software instruments installed, and it's a curse and a blessing. When you have a lot, it's kind of hard to choose, and sometimes too many options can kill creativity, but it's also a blessing because you've got a lot of different things to choose from if you kind of know what you're after. Here I'm looking for something in the lower end because I've got my strings, which are kind of higher end, and I want to fill in with orchestral sounds, something maybe that follows the bass. So let's just listen to what we have. And I'm just going to use the best kept secret in music to compose. That's your ear. I'm just going to sing over it, pretending that I've got a good voice. But majestic. And I'm trying to find something on the bass, really. That's what I'll do. Yeah, something like that. I think that'll work. This is what we have. So if I could have that section without the just the brass, I think it would work much better. So now that we have this recorded in MIDI, I can change my instrument to just a brass section. So thankfully we've got some brasses here. So this is the full orchestra. We're looking for brass, maybe longer notes, or maybe even legato horns and trombones. Let's try the brass long notes. That's really more like a solo brass. So if I double it, it's got that character that I'm looking for. So let's give that a try. We'll record something like that. It's taking shape. Now what I like to do, that's just a visual thing for clarity, is to group these by colors. So this, I had strings here. This was my brass. This was the Taurus. And I'm going to color code these. My coding changes all the time. I don't have a set rule, but as long as visually it makes sense, that's what I want. So I've got, I'm actually gonna put my drums on top. I like to do that. I'll do the drums in red. My bass is going to be blue. My guitars here, we'll use, it doesn't matter really, we'll use green for the guitars. The strings are going to be purple. So those are the orchestral instruments, actually, the strings and the brass. And then the Taurus, we'll call this, we'll put it in the synthesizer category. So maybe we're going to use this color right there. And it kind of gives me visually a sense of where I need to go after, what emptiness I need to fill. So I'm just going to work. I'm not going to talk, and we'll see what happens.